Today we're going to look at how to mask using Canva. So from the Canva home screen I'll go to Create, and then I'll go to just a 1440 by 1080 canvas size. You can choose whatever canvas size you like for this. And then I'm going to go to Elements and go to Photos and just type in City. And I'll click on this one here. I'll just expand it a bit. Now the definition of masking for this video is just taking an individual part of an image and applying an effect to just that part. So in order to do that, we're going to have to crop out certain parts of this image, and the way I'm going to do that is by clicking on it, going to Edit and going along under Magic Studio to Magic Grab. And then with this tool here that's under Click, we can just click on a building, and then we'll click on another one here and click on a third one here, and then I'm going to click Grab, and it will grab these three buildings and make them into a separate image altogether. Sometimes you'll need to be a bit more precise with the grabbing tool. If it doesn't select it instantly like this, you can just use brush for that, and then you put the brush on and change the brush size to take out the bit of the image that you want, and you can zoom in and out in order to make it easier to get that part of the image. I'm just going to use the click function for this one, and once those three buildings are selected, I'll click Grab. Now the first thing you'll see is that now this is movable and the buildings will disappear if you take them away. So that means that we can change what happens with these three buildings in the image. So one thing we can do is to go to Edit, go to Adjust, and straight away here we could take the colour out of the buildings and turn them black and white. The other thing that we could do is to deselect the image and select the background and change the background to black and white while the buildings remain in colour. So you can change all sorts of things about those buildings, such as the brightness of the background there. If we click on the buildings, we can change their brightness, make them stand out a bit more. You can change the contrast of the buildings. You could tint them a different colour. Lots of different things you can do with those particular objects. The other thing you can do is just duplicate this a couple of times. So we've then got three copies which we can layer one on top of the other. And then for each one we can crop in and select a different building. So that's the first layer. Second layer can be this one down the bottom. And for the third layer we select this last building and crop in on that. And now by selecting the different buildings we can change their individual brightness or contrast or whatever we want. Now the other thing that you can do is to give these an actual animated effect. So if we right click on the slide down the bottom and say Edit as Video, we'll then get a timeline appear. So we want them to appear at different points. So this large building I'm going to have appear first, and then I'm going to have the second one come in, and then the third. So we just need to layer the timings like this. So each of them will come in at a different point, but they'll all stay to the end of the 5-second video. So I'll click on this first one here, the tool one, go to Animate and scroll down, and we can click on Digital, and we'll just have it on Enter. And you can have different types of digital appearance. Decide which one you prefer. I'm going to go for linear. And then again we can select the next one, which is going to appear slightly later. We'll give that a sketch, on Enter, and the third one will give an old TV effect too. So when we then preview this, we'll see that across the 5 seconds the different buildings come in at different points, which might be helpful for a presentation. Now I'm going to click this Pages button here, and then I'll add a page, and on this second page I'll then click the Pages button again, so I get this bottom section up once more, and I'll just do the same thing but with a picture of people. So we'll go Group of Friends, and I'll scroll down and just select this one here, and again with an image like this we can actually crop out the individual person, So go to Edit, scroll along to Magic Grab. I'm just going to select this person here and say Grab. And again, we can go to Edit, Adjust, and say change the saturation, change the contrast on that one, and give an effect also. So we'll go for the old TV effect again. Then I'll delete this first slide. So we've just got this second one, then I'll right click, edit as video, and then we can play it. And you'll see that she comes up with that old TV effect. So I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you today. That's just how to mask and cut out different areas of a particular image to edit them separately and apply effects to them separately. If you found this tutorial helpful today, then please do subscribe to the channel to learn more about Canva.